Hello everyone. Again, that's the follow video from the last one. So in this video, I'm gonna show you some Python examples. So for example, if you want to print a random variable, like a random number between let's say 0 and 9, in Java would be using a specific function called mat.random, and it's like this. And Python, however, is you just have to import it. So import random, and then let's run it. Okay. And then you just have to do that. Print, and then random dot. So we basically use what we have imported. In Python, if you want to like have specific functions, and functions are basically that what they mean. It's functions that have already been implemented. You don't have to implement like random means something. Yeah, you don't have to implement the functions. There's like a um, whole sets of functions. Like the Python team is still developing it. It was made in 1991, I think. Yeah, and they're still making it, which is bizarre. I love it. They're still developing Python and they're still making better. Anyways, if you want to show a random integer, for example, you would use this import function, which is the random function, and it would say round int. Wait, sorry, I just have the Java. I'm used to the Java having like capital letters everywhere. And then so it's 0 till 9. If we use that, it's gonna show like random integers. It was really weird. It showed 9. So yeah, it will show a random integer between all of those two numbers. Well, what about a function that could, I don't know, transfer Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Fahrenheit? Well, let's say Celsius equals 37.5. And if we want to calculate the Fahrenheit, sorry if I butcher the name, Fahrenheit. I think it's typed like this, I'm not sure. Celsius. What was the ratio? I think 1.9, or let's go with 1.8 plus 32. And then we'll go with just print. And then I think it was, so percentage sign 0.1 degree Celsius is equal to percentage sign 0.1 F degree Fahrenheit. And then I think we do percentage sign Celsius Fahrenheit. It's gonna be a problem if I butcher this one, so I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, and I think it should work. Yeah, so like 37.5 degrees Celsius is equal to 99.5 degree Fahrenheit. If we do, for example, the absolute zero, which will be this one, would be a problem. But it wouldn't be actually, because 0 degrees is equal to 32 Fahrenheit, the freezing point. If we do 10 degrees, it's gonna be equal to 50. So what this does is this rounds up the value, and this basically shows the value itself, which is, I love this. This basically shows like this is the first value here, and this is the second value here. It's like you integrate the value in the text. I love this. Yeah, that's basically this function. You can do many more functions. I'm thinking of, let's do quadratic equation if you want. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be real fast and simple. So like the quadratic is, how they type it, x times 2. No, actually, yeah, let's import CMAT. Import CMAT. This is used to help with calculations. It's like an import that helps you with math. C equals 6. Let's do D equals B times 2. Remember, we're using those. And times equals exponentation. That's why we're using it. And we use minus 4 times A times C. I think that should work. So solution 1 would be minus B CMAT dot square root SQRT, I think, yeah, D, and this is dividing by 2 times A, I think. Let me think about it. Yeah, it should be this whole thing being divided by 2 times A, yeah. And the second solution should be basically the same, except here is a plus, if you remember the quadratic formula. One is always minus, the other one is plus. And then print. Oops. The solutions are, so this time we'll use 0. So that's like the first one. And 1, which is the second one. Remember, in programming, 0 is always first, because we love that. And if we format, here we use the format function. Format solution 1. So see, I almost made a mistake here. Comma solution 2. That should work. Yeah. That's interesting output, but it's the correct one. It's -3 and +2. It's -3 and -2. So yeah, those are some simple functions. I'm doing those examples so you could see the concept of Python. You see how little code we have, how we don't have to initialize like variable this, or integer this. We just have to import. Like in Java, you have imports as well, but in Python, they're much more implemented, more simple, much easier, and variable initiation is better. The syntax itself, which is the grammar of the language, you don't have to type this at the end of every line of code. Your print is much simpler, and in the next video I'm going to show you some loops as well. But yeah, that's for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.